And let's move on and see how we can interact with Python. And for this, you need to bring up the command prompt on your Windows machine. Use the start menu or the search option to bring up the command prompt. I'm going to search for, see, here is the command prompt. Select the command prompt and it will open up a terminal shell window. I'm going to go ahead and switch to full screen for this particular command prompt so that it's easier for us to view the commands that we type in. Here we are in the full screen of our command prompt. Now I'm going to create a directory where I'm going to store all of my demo files that I create in Python. Let's create a new folder here. You can call it anything. I'm simply going to call it demos. MD demos and cd into the demos directory. You can confirm whether Python has been installed successfully on your machine by simply running the command Python. Notice that the prompt has changed. You're now within the Python interpreter. Now that we know that Python has been installed successfully, type in exit and get out of the Python shell. This is not where we'll be writing our Python code. We'll use something simpler, more intuitive, and more fun. In order to work with Python, you need to be within the Conda package manager environment. And for this, you can activate the default environment on your Windows command prompt. Simply type in activate base. Base is the name of the default virtual environment. You don't really need to worry about the nitty-gritty details of what a virtual environment is, why it's needed, and so on. Remember that this will allow you to work with the Conda package manager, work with Python, and bring up Jupyter notebooks. So what exactly is a Jupyter notebook? Well, this is the interactive shell that we'll use to type out our Python code. Now, the reason why Python is so popular with students who are getting started with programming is because of its ease of use. And an important factor that contributes to its ease of use is this amazing IDE or integrated development environment provided by Jupyter Notebooks. Jupyter Notebooks offer a browser based interactive shell where you can type in your Python commands within cells, execute those cells, and see the results of your execution right there within your browser. If you type in the Jupyter Notebook command, this will bring up a URL that should automatically open up within your browser tab. If it doesn't, you simply copy paste this URL onto a new browser window. You'll have to leave this command prompt open and have this program running. This is the Jupyter Notebook server. So don't kill or close this command prompt because you'll need this to work with Jupyter Notebooks. When you're done programming, you can kill this command and close this command prompt. And this should bring up a browser window that looks like this. This is the home page for Jupyter where we'll create what are called Jupyter Notebooks where we'll write our Python code. The files that you create using Jupyter Notebooks will be automatically saved within your current working directory or your current folder, and they will have the IPYNB extension. Now, these files are referred to either as Jupyter Notebooks or IPython Notebooks. IPython is an older name which is still often used. In order to create a new notebook, you need to click on this new menu drop down to the top right of your screen. Click on New. This will bring up a menu and you can select the Python 3 option. Selecting Python 3 indicates that the notebook will run on the Python 3 kernel. So the code that you write will be interpreted and executed using the Python 3 kernel. This will open up a new notebook on a new tab on your browser, and this notebook will automatically get the name Untitled. It's extremely easy to change the name and rename this notebook so that it has a name that is meaningful based on the demo or the Python code that you're going to write. Select the current name of this notebook, that is Untitled, click on it, and this will bring up a little dialog, and then you can rename this notebook to be anything. Let's say you want to call it My First Python Notebook. Click on the rename button and you'll find that your notebook name has been updated. You're now ready to get started with coding. But how do you code? Well, this little box that you see here on screen is actually a code cell. And you type in your code within this little box and then you hit Shift Enter in order to execute this code. Shift Enter is what you hit, both of these keys together, to execute the command that you've typed into the code cell. Shift Enter will execute those commands, print the results on screen, and it will also create new code cells if needed. Observe that the command that we've typed in here is not really a Python command. Instead, it's a shell command or something that you would type in on your command prompt. You can also type in your command prompt commands within your Jupyter notebook. Make sure that you precede these commands with an exclamation point. This will tell your notebook that this is not a Python command, instead it's a shell command. So we have exclamation Python dash dash version that will print out the current version of Python that we are using, which is Python 3.7.1.